Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hey, today we're going to be taking a look at this DOVAMAN electric chainsaw, and I'm going to tell you why you should consider an electric chainsaw over a gas powered one. Now this particular one right now, I picked it up on Amazon under $100. Matter of fact, it's actually on sale with I think its regular price is $100. It's got a coupon at the time of the recording of this video, saves you another $10, so like $89.99. I'm going to put a link down in the description if this is something that you might be interested in. So let's move forward. So here's why I think, and I have converted from a gas-powered chainsaw to an electric chainsaw. For most homeowners, when you're in need of a chainsaw, for instance, after a storm has come through, maybe knocked some limbs out of your trees, or you're just doing around the home pruning of your trees, all you need is one of these electric chainsaws. They're powerful, they're super easy to use. This particular one has a 15-amp motor. It's got an 18-inch bar, comes with 2 Oregon chains. It comes with a bar scabbard there to cover when you're not using it and storing it. And all you need is plug it in, and it's kind of what I call a plug and play. It does have some safety features, and it's got a chain bar guard and stop on it. You don't have to, that when you have this stop going all the way forward, you don't have to worry about accidentally starting the chainsaw if you put your hand on the trigger. So that's a real nice safety feature. It does, just so you know, it does not come with bar chain oil, and you want to make sure that you use bar chain oil in it. A lot of people will just go out and buy a quart of 30-weight oil and use that on their chainsaws, but it's recommended to use bar chain oil, and you can see most places it tells you on their bar chain oil, so you know that you're getting the right item. And I'll put a link down there for you too, just in case you need to know where you can pick some of that up too. Super easy. It has a top filler cap. You just open it up, open your bar chain oil, and fill it. Super easy. And you can see it has a guide right here. You want to fill it to the top line right there. It doesn't really hold a ton, but you know, you refill it as needed. Put the lid back on. It does have an automatic oiler on it, so you don't have to like pump or push a button to get it to oil the chain. When you actually are running the chain, it automatically oils it and keeps it smooth and working as normal. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to do 2 things here. I'm going to put it together, and I'm going to show you some steps on putting it together, and then we're going to take it out, and I actually have a stump on a tree, and I want to show you how it cuts. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do in preparation to putting the bar and the chain on the saw is, 1, always make sure it's unplugged, that you don't have it plugged into anything. This is the cover. Super easy, counterclockwise, it just unscrews and the cover comes off, exposing the chain drive, and this is the stud where the bar fits. Easy to put back on. You see this little plastic tip here? You can see all you have to do is line it up there on the bottom when you're putting it back, and clockwise to screw it back down. Okay, so we're going to have that off for now. Now the next thing I wanted to show you is I'm going to take, when you take the chain out, I want to show you how you know that you have it in the proper direction. So, let me see, I've got it just backwards here. Let me flip the blade over. So, now that you see, I want you to look right here. You see how the sharp part of the tooth is facing forward? That's how you know you have the chain on correctly. If you see the back part of that blade is blunt. If you put it on backwards, that blunt part, the saw will not cut. So you want the pointed end pointing to the front of the blade there, okay? So then once you get it on, Now they do recommend that you use a pair of gloves because these chains are kind of sharp and can cut you while you're putting them on, but I've put a few on, so just be careful with that. And then all you're going to do is, you see the slot here, you're going to line that slot up with the stud, and then also you see this little piece here that also lines up on the bar. So all you're going to do is line it up there, go around, get the chain around the drive like so, line the bar up, and we will adjust it here in a second. Just want to hold the bar like that with one hand, and of course I'm left-handed, so it might look different to you if you're right-handed. And then just put the cover on and clockwise. Okay, that's all there is to it. Now also I wanted to show you here, I haven't tightened this all the way. So once you have your bar and chain on and your tensioner tight, I want to just show you this. After you've used this saw probably the first time, you're going to have a little chain slack like that. See that? You don't want that. It's easy to adjust. This is an automatic adjuster, so it's easy for you to adjust in the field without any tools. All you do is turn it clockwise, and you see how that sucked. So I'm going to release it. See how the chain hangs? And then you turn it clockwise and it pulls it back tight. You want it tight, just hand tight here. You don't really have to crank down on it. And then you want to be able to see how when I pull the chain, it pops back into place, and adjust it. So you may have to adjust this chain, especially a new chain, after you've used it a while. It starts to stretch a little, and that's why it has this automatic adjuster on it, because you want to keep the chain for maximum cutting like that, so that it pops right back in if you let go. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take you out, I'm going to connect it to electricity, and we're going to fire it up, and I'm going to show you how it cuts. Okay, so one last safety feature on this saw, and I want to show you because it's super important when you're out trimming and you set the saw down. Always make sure, you see right now I've got it plugged in. One step before that, when you're plugging in an extension cord to this, always, this is how I do it so that it doesn't come apart, is wrap it together, then plug it in and pull a, you do that, you don't have to worry about the cord coming unplugged while you're in the middle of trying to prune a tree or a limb or anything like that, and the saw stopping. Second thing, the safety feature I want to talk to you about, the handbrake. Now just to let you know, the handbrake on this when you first get it is tight, and that's fine, you want it to be. But just to let you know, if you barely pull on it, you see me, it doesn't change. You gotta pull back on it hard, and you hear it. Now it's unlocked. You can start the saw. When you're done, push it forward, that locks it. Now you can see nothing. It also has a safety button here, so when you're starting the saw, you're going to push the button in with your thumb, then pull the trigger. See, safety switch on, safety switch off. So that's a super important thing to make sure you understand how that works before you start the saw. So what I'm going to test this on and show you how it works is on this stump here. This is pretty hard wood. This is what they call a Texas mountain laurel, and this tree was damaged during the last winter storm, and it's happened to snap right here on this particular leg. So I'm going to show you how it does cutting that, because I'm going to eventually cut it all the way to the ground. So I wanted to show you as a demo on how the saw works. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how well it cuts. Here we go. There you go. And you can see that's a pretty decent thickness across. You see how well that worked. So I'm going to finish cutting this down, but like I said, don't forget a couple of things. Hopefully this was helpful if you've never owned an electric chainsaw before. Hopefully it was electrical. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment. I'll be glad to answer them. Let me know if this is something that you might use around your house. I now have 2 of them because I've pruned my own trees and helped a lot of the neighbors with their trees and turned them on to using electric chainsaws. They're just so much easier to use. You don't have to worry about 2-cycle fuel or any of that, and as I've shown you in some of the other stuff, how easy it is to set up and use. And so around the house, I think these type of chainsaws will do you a great job. Hopefully this has been helpful. Don't forget to always set the brake when you're done. If it was, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family. And until next time, stay safe.